Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you guys a brilliant game of mine played in the Blackmar Dimar Gambit. So let's start. E4, E5, Knight F3, Knight C6, Bishop C4 developing, Knight F6. Here my opponent tries to get the fried lever attack, but I simply castled and I want to play the Blackmar Dimar Gambit, and that's why my opponent plays Bishop C5 and here comes the Gambit D4. So here is the best move which my opponent plays, that is Bishop captures C3. So Knight captures C3 and Knight captures C3 and Bishop to E3, the main line. So my opponent played Knight to C6, retreating and getting to the main line as well. So F4, the best variation as well. So D6 and F5. So already White is slight better, though he is down a pawn. So this position is very good because White has a lot of kingside space and a lot of center square, and after Bishop G5 or something like that, that is eliminating the knight on F6, the D5 square will be up for grabs, and once White gets a knight on the D5 square, it will be a monstrous knight. So let's see what happens. Short castles. So I place here Bishop G5, pinning the knight. Knight C3 is best line according to the engine, but I don't know, whatever. So Knight A5 attacking my bishop and I play Bishop D3. So this is also the main line as well. So Knight to C6, I don't know what my opponent is doing. Maybe like the engine is saying B6, Bishop B7. I would say developing the bishop would be much better other than getting the knight back and forth for no reason. So Knight to C3, developing a piece towards the center. And already this is a huge mistake by my opponent, Knight D4, because he allows Knight D5 and it will be a long torture for my opponent, because like the knight on F6 under severe pressure, and my opponent has to play a move like King H1, otherwise there will be lot of checkmating patterns with the King on G8, Queen G4, stuffs like that. So C3 attacking the knight, Knight to C6. The position is so bad that the engine is requesting to take on F5, but yeah, it's already too much. So Rook to F3, another good move. So this is kind of, I have seen the whole game. This is a game, this is my game which I have seen in advance. It's like I have seen kind of a model game from one of the games when I was like preparing this opening. So yeah. And Knight to B8, I don't know what my opponent is doing, but the position is so bad that the engine is saying just go Bishop E6, sacrifice the pieces. So the position is so bad already. So Knight captures F6, G captures F6, Bishop H6. This is a blunder from me because the engine wants Rook H3, but I don't know why. Oh yeah, if I go Rook H3 and if he takes, then after Queen H5 the mate will be unstoppable. So yeah, there was a mistake from me, but Bishop H6 is not a very bad move. It also attacks the Rook on F8. So yeah, this was the only mistake or the only blunder of the match. I don't know. Rook G8, he saves his rook, but Rook H3, and already the position is like getting worst to worst. This is just so bad for black. Look at the pieces, look at my opponent's queenside pieces, all of them are undeveloped, and I don't know what my opponent is doing, but here is the learning point for all of you guys. You should develop your pieces as soon as possible. Try to give back the pawn. If your opponent playing a gambit, try to give back the pawn to get the to get your development in. So my opponent is doing very bad with his development and he will face severe problems. So here my opponent played Knight to D7, developing his another piece, but it's too little too late. Queen H5, all my pieces have get into the party, and here my opponent should play, I don't know, I mean the F8, the F7 pawn should be defended somehow, but I don't know how the F7 pawn can be defended. So my opponent just plays C6 for no reason. In this position I was thinking of Bishop F8, and if he takes anything other than the rook, other than the knight, then Queen H7 will be checkmate, but he can simply take the bishop with the knight, so the checkmate will be prevented. So here I place Queen captures F7 simply, and the position is already very bad. My opponent played a blunder with Queen to E8, and here you guys pause the video and try to find the mate in 3. Just pause the video. Here comes the ludicrous queen sacrifice. Queen captures H7 check, King captures H7 only move, Bishop F8 check, and you have to block with the Queen with Queen H5, and that Rook captures H5 is a brilliant checkmate. I believe you guys liked this video and like this miniature. So if you guys like that, then like, share, and don't forget to subscribe to the Chess Arko channel, and don't forget also check out my favorite games of mine playlist to see all of my best games. And please subscribe. Almost 94% of you guys are not subscribed, so subscribe. Goodbye guys.